You're watching ABC7 News at 5:30.
Welcome back. Venice officials are investigating 3 fires, all in the same general area.
It started with a fire at Service Club Park, then one at South Broward Park, and a fire at Casperson Beach Park. ABC7's Christopher Brantley joins us now with what investigators know so far. Good evening, Christopher.
Good evening, guys. It's not yet known if all of these fires are related, but because they're all so close together, it certainly does seem suspicious to authorities. This video is from last Thursday's fire. Firefighters were called out in the afternoon.
It looks like it may have been caused by an open fire, outside fire, such as for outside grilling purposes.
But the fire was well off the beaten path, an area tough to get to even for firefighters. They had to cut down trees to get their brush trucks in. So what's going on out there?
We did find pallets that were stacked up out there. Again, that people looks or appears that they used them for campfires.
That's not the only fire. Just the day before the Casperson fire, burning embers were found on the boardwalk of South Broward Park. And there's more. The week before all of this, the boardwalk at Service Club Park caught fire, destroying a newly rebuilt structure.
It is very unusual, and so that's what gives us concern, and that's why we have extra patrols, and our officers are going to be interviewing whoever they can find.
None of these fires are being called arson, but given their proximity to one another, they are being called suspicious.
Are we suggesting anybody's lighting them? No, not at this time, but again, public safety is doing their due diligence into investigating the origin of the fires.
One possibility involves a group of homeless people that may be unintentionally setting the fires. As Venice police patrols are increased, VPD says stopping this may come down to good old-fashioned, on-the-ground police work.
You never know, we could come across a witness who may know something that will help us.
And of course, if you have any information on these fires, you are asked to contact the Venice Police Department. Live in Venice, Christopher Brantley, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Christopher, thank you. The Sarasota County Fire Department is investigating a fire at St. Martha Catholic School on Fruitville Road. Fire happening around 1 o'clock this afternoon on the roof of one of the school's buildings. Students were in class at the time and the entire campus was evacuated. School officials say a roofing contractor started the fire but quickly put it out. Smoke from that fire entered a portion of the building, leading to the evacuation. No one was hurt, and because of this distraction, the school announced there's no homework tonight for its students.
The city of Venice is still working to clean up from a weekend sewage leak. A sewer line was broken on Friday afternoon by a private contractor that leaked sewage into a nearby retention pond at Rusaletto Park in Venice. The leak was stopped by early Saturday morning and the spill was contained shortly thereafter. But now the city is working to pump out that retention pond and rehabilitate the area. City workers are using the chemical lime to sanitize the grass and plants that were covered in the sewage. It could be several more days until that park is open until the public.
Well, just pick a park in the area, and I hope everyone got outside today to enjoy the weather. Beautiful, warm day on the Suncoast. Here's Bob Harrigan with more tonight.
Yes, indeed. Temperatures into the upper 70s to low 80s today, well above the average, and that's going to continue for one more day. At least the temperatures will continue that way, but I don't think we'll see as a nice a day tomorrow. Maybe in the morning it will be okay, but the afternoon definitely some clouds increasing with a good chance for some storms, and some of those storms could turn strong to severe tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. Dew point is way up there. That's a summer-like reading. It's muggy out there. Winds out of the south-southwest at 14. Now, the area of low pressure and concern right now, which will eventually sweep a front our way, is now moving through Missouri, heading off towards southern Illinois. You can see that right there, the little spin and rotation with some storms building. This is a little piece of energy that's going to be moving basically off to the east, so it's not going to have a big impact on our weather, and that will move mainly to the north of us. So these showers that you see here look rather ominous. They're not heading here for this evening. Things are going to stay quiet here as we move through time. Now again, some bigger storms on there. Storm tracker indicating some early rotation. One thing to note, we do have quite a bit of instability in the atmosphere with these warm temperatures. On top of that, a little bit more twist, and that means the potential for some isolated tornadoes across most of north central Florida tomorrow morning, and then for us late in the afternoon. More on the timing of those storms coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Bob, thank you. If you've been in Lakewood Ranch recently, you've probably noticed quite a bit of construction.
Yeah, among the new developments going up there now, a new Publix grocery store and a $50 million senior housing community. ABC7's Taylor Torregano spoke with those who live nearby and a commercial real estate agent about the need for these new projects. He joins us live in Lakewood Ranch with more. Taylor?
Good evening, Scott, Jacqueline. Numerous places in this community look exactly like this soon-to-be Publix behind me. And to some, it feels like there's construction on every corner, which is probably why Lakewood Ranch earned itself a brand new title. The headline in newsstands on Main Street Monday, Lakewood Ranch jumps to number 3 in the country.
There's a lot of developments going on. It's very positive.
The community that falls both in Bradenton and Sarasota was just recognized by the experts as the 3rd best-selling master-planned community nationwide.
Lakewood Ranch does a great job of trying to fit the needs of its population.
Amy McDougall works in commercial real estate and says the boom here has only just begun.
It seems to me Lakewood Ranch is continuing to try to meet the needs of its population, with a lot more families being there and people have their parents that they want to have nearby. They're providing that.
With at least 3 communities that are completely full, developers are now building new places to keep up with the ever-increasing demand. Next up, this lot on Lorraine and University Parkway. Just mounds of dirt for now, but soon to be a $50 million assisted living facility for the elderly.
I think it's incredibly awesome from the real estate perspective, obviously. Brings more income in, and it also adds to our economy. All the new people coming in, they're going to be shopping.
And Publix has already stepped in to meet that need, building a brand new store just steps away from the assisted living coming in 2019. But from the perspective of someone who travels into Lakewood Ranch for work, more development also means more traffic.
It's just made traffic and commuting times really intense. But I guess overall it's better for the community.
Infrastructure, the Manatee County Chamber of Commerce says it's working to improve too. The Chamber of Commerce also says it's one of its biggest goals to meet the wide variety of housing needs for a growing demographic. It's one that includes a large spectrum, from millennials to the aging baby boomers. I'm live in Lakewood Ranch. Taylor Torregano, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Taylor, thank you. New video shows what the Ritz-Carlton residences in Sarasota will look like when they're finished. The residences will be built next to the hotel on the Quay development site. The 18-story, 73-unit condominium tower will include access to the amenities of the hotel, like the Jack Dusty restaurant, the spa and salon, membership to the Ritz-Carlton Beach Club and Golf Club. A resort-style pool and lap pool will be built there, as well as fitness center and pool bar, in-residence dining, and more. Construction is set to begin this summer and will be finished by 2020.
Happening tonight, hundreds are expected to turn out and voice their concerns about Sarasota's affordable housing crisis and out-of-school suspensions. The group is pushing for full implementation from the school superintendent and school board to help manage social conflict between peers. They also plan to press county commissioners to establish a fund to develop housing for those making less than $37,000 a year and to also adjust codes that discourage affordable housing development. We'll have more on this meeting coming up tonight at 6.
The Baltimore Orioles Kids Magazine, and Visit Sarasota County partnering together to provide a trip to Sarasota for one lucky child to see the Orioles play a spring training game. 9-year-old Nathan Baranowski and his family attended a game last weekend at Ed Smith Stadium. Kids across the country ages 3 to 13 entered this contest, which raises awareness of Sarasota County as a year-round must-experience destination on Florida's Gulf Coast and a great baseball played by the Baltimore Orioles.
And of course, a beautiful day here yesterday to enjoy some baseball.
Yeah, looks like they had a good time. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight.
A new study clarifies the definition of binge drinking. We'll have a look at the shocking results.
My name is Stefan Campagna. We're Ben Gates and Dramus, and here is your law tip of the week. If you've been injured or arrested, I know this feels like the end of the road, but really it's the beginning of a long, potentially stressful process. So give us a call, let us give you some peace of mind.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with a family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, fishing, or biking and hiking. Or play the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy the flavors of the Black Belt. Book your adventure at our lodges or stay in the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Letting my friends online know I was quitting kept me on track.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
I kept on trying, learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
We did it. You can too.
For free help, visit cdc.gov/tips.
This is the story of a boy who was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help. And slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
My name is Haley. I have Fragile X syndrome. I work with Chartwells at Einstein's and FAU. I like being up front and interacting with students. The students are very nice and very hungry. Having a job is a big ticket for independence.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Here's today's job of the day. ABC7 is seeking an account executive to join our winning sales team. This is an outside sales position covering the Tampa DMA. Visit mysuncoast.com/job of the day to apply.
What defines binge drinking? The CDC has new answers about who's doing it and how much. Here's ABC's Kenneth Moten with more details.
17 billion drinks a year. That's the surprising number of beverages that U.S. binge drinkers down a year. In this first of its kind study, the CDC looked at statistics for 2015. The results are sobering. 1 in 6 adults binge about once a week. A binge, by the way, is 5 or more drinks for a man, 4 or more for a woman in a 2-hour span. Binging is more common in adults under 34, but more alcohol is actually consumed by those 35 and over. What seems linked to binge drinking? Lower education levels, lower income, and sadly a greater risk of cancer, heart disease, and of course liver failure. Dangerous driving, violence, and risky sexual behaviors also seem to be side effects of binge drinking. The CDC sees it as a major health hurdle. Drinkers can see it as a reason to cut back. With this Medical Minute, I'm Kenneth Moten, ABC News.
Now your ABC7 forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Well, a nice day out on the waters or anywhere outdoors today. Although it was foggy this morning, that fog took a while to burn off after 10, 11 o'clock. Most of it was gone, and then the haze in the atmosphere. The wave action you see not really racing on shore. That's due to the south wind out ahead of the actual front that's going to move through sometime late tomorrow afternoon and evening. Right now there are some tornado watches out across parts of the deep south in response to an intense low pressure area that is really going to cause some problems over the next, looks like a couple of days for the northeast up through New York. It looks like some snowfall there, and also for us the potential for some strong to severe storms moving on through. You can see that this is the tornado watch area. It includes Huntsville, Birmingham, and Nashville, Tennessee. That's in effect until midnight tonight and may be reissued for places to the east. We have some flooding going on along the storms to our north right now along I-75. Tough driving conditions both north and southbound there. And these are flood advisories as a result of the heavy rainfall with some of the cells that are moving through. Now, rainfall is going to be rather intense here, I think, but not nearly as strong as they're going to see to the north of us. There are no watches and warnings out for us yet, but that could change. We may get put under a severe thunderstorm watch or possibly even a tornado watch tomorrow afternoon. Severe storms are possible late in the day on Tuesday. Windy through Wednesday. Now, the winds will start to pick up again tomorrow. They'll be out of the southwest through the majority of the day, and then they'll turn around to the northwest, and that will cool things down considerably. Look for much colder air to move in for Wednesday and stick around through Friday. Well, currently we have partly cloudy skies right now, 76 degrees, still warm out there, still muggy too, and winds out of the south-southwest now at 14. The high today, 80 degrees. The normal high at 77, 63 was the morning low. And you can see from the futurecast, all these storms here, the rough weather staying to our north as they push off to the east. So not a concern with those. 1 or 2 showers maybe north and near Tampa and near Orlando. And then here comes the front kind of organizing itself as it makes its way down. This is Tuesday morning. A few brief showers are possible out ahead of the actual front. The timing of the front now, most of the models coming into agreement sometime after 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon for us, and then some of them turning fairly strong on the area, in the area, and then moving off to the east pretty quickly. Most of the action should be out of here by 8 o'clock, and then here comes the north wind, and here comes the cooler air. So our little return to winter after the first day of spring, which begins officially tomorrow at 12:15. The Storm Prediction Center has put us under a slight risk for tornado or severe thunderstorms and a 10% chance for a few spin-ups as far as water spots go. Rainfall amounts could be impressive in some isolated areas. We could use the rain. It's been so dry this late winter, and now some indications are we may see up to a half inch, inch and a half in some isolated areas, but I think generally less than a half inch in most. That wind will really start to pick up too throughout the midday tomorrow and continuing through Tuesday night and Wednesday morning. So advisories will be issued for boaters, not so much right now. And to start the morning off, they'll be at the southwest at 10 to 15 knots. Seas will be running 3 to 5 feet, and bays will have choppy conditions out there. Well, here's the 7-day forecast then. First alert weather day tomorrow, meaning disruptive weather expected to move in, turning windy on Wednesday, but clearing. And we'll see high temperatures in the upper 60s through Friday, low temperatures in the 40s in times on Friday morning, but then a beautiful weekend in store with temperatures bouncing back up into the mid to upper 70s. Back to you.
Okay, thanks, Bob. Time now to check your first alert traffic for the drive home. We are seeing some backups on US 41 heading into downtown Sarasota, right around the Fruitville Road intersection, and also if you're heading towards Marina Jack. Scott?
Thanks, Jacqueline. Consumer News tonight. Uber is pulling self-driving cars from the road after a pedestrian was hit and killed by an autonomous car in Arizona. Sunday night, a self-driving Uber SUV hit a woman walking outside of a crosswalk in Tempe. She died at the hospital. Police say the vehicle was in autonomous mode at the time of the crash, but an operator was behind the wheel. Uber officials issued a statement today saying the company is cooperating with the investigation. In the meantime, Uber suspended all tests of self-driving vehicles in Phoenix, Pittsburgh, San Francisco, and Toronto.
Federal officials want to know why airbags are failing in some Hyundai and Kia cars. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is investigating problems with the computers in nearly 500,000 Hyundai Sonata sedans and Kia Forte compacts. Earlier this year, Hyundai recalled 155,000 cars to deal with that problem. There's been no recall yet from Kia, but there are reports of at least 6 crashes where airbags failed to inflate.
Your credit report is the one thing that can affect your ability to buy a house or a car or even get a job. March is Credit Education Month, time to get familiar with your credit report and just how much it can really affect your life. So what exactly is on your credit report and how far does it go back?
Yeah, credit report is kind of like your report card for your credit, for your personal life. It has your personal information, your name, social security number, your current address, things like that. It also shows your public record. So it'll show your addresses for maybe 5 years ago. Maybe it shows your past job or 2 or 3 jobs before that. And also it shows all of your personal accounts, your credit cards, your loans, and also their payment history. So if you missed a payment 5 years ago, that's going to be on your credit report.
All this week, we'll bring you tips on checking your report for free, what to do if you find a mistake on your credit report, and the #1 tip for improving your credit score.
Certainly some good information there. I'm looking forward to those reports.
Yeah. Entertainment news coming up next. Stay with us.
Motor Trend said the new Alfa Romeo Giulia is hands down the best sports sedan you can buy today. And named it the 2018 Motor Trend Car of the Year. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Rugs as Art. You know the name, you know the building, but do you know what's inside? Yes, Rugs as Art is Florida's #1 area rug superstore. But there is so much more. Amazing furniture, accessories, and art. All this and more. Come see for yourself. You'll love our personal touch and be pleasantly surprised by our affordable prices. Rugs as Art and more. There is so much more to explore.
Glasses and contacts. You need them to see, but they put such a strain on your life, you miss precious moments. Due to new advances in vision improvement technology, LASIK is now affordable for almost everyone, with procedures starting as low as $299 per eye and over 1 million procedures performed by our trusted independent surgeons. LASIK surgery is a sensible, safe, and affordable solution to improve your vision. Our simple 3-step process begins with a free evaluation, followed by an extensive preoperative exam to determine if you're a candidate for LASIK eye surgery. Depending on the results of your evaluation and eye exam, you and your surgeon will choose the LASIK option that works best for you. So call now to talk to a LASIK Vision Institute counselor and schedule your free evaluation. That's a $100 value, free. Call the LASIK Vision Institute for your free evaluation and enjoy more of your life.
Call 1-800-813-0109. 1-800-813-0109.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Get all the local information you need before you leave home in the morning. Watch Good Morning Suncoast weekdays on ABC7 to get breaking news, plus first alert, weather, and traffic focused on where you live. ABC7, we're here for you.
When evaluating the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, Car and Driver magazine said every crossover should be this good to drive. We agree. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
In entertainment news, a former Sex and the City actress is running for governor of New York. Cynthia Nixon announcing her candidacy on Twitter today. The 51-year-old will challenge incumbent Governor Andrew Cuomo in the Democratic primary come September. Nixon says New York leaders are letting the people down, and the actress and activist has assembled a team to help her campaign ahead of that primary. And it's a third season for Will and Grace. NBC made that announcement on Sunday. Season 3 of the sitcom revival will be expanded from 13 episodes to 18.
And it's a wrap for the ABC hit show Scandal. The final scene of the politic drama is now in the can as of this weekend. Lots of social media pictures and posts from the stars to mark this milestone. Creator Shonda Rhimes tweeting, "A lot of tears, a lot of love, forever grateful for every second." The series finale, by the way, airs right here on ABC7 on April 19th. So just a few weeks left.
Well, stay with us. We'll be right back with more news and weather after the break.